Blue. Today's topic is still Turbo 16 graphic CD, but it's a Japanese version that we are talking about today. It's also the same for turbograpfx-cd. So if you have problem with Gamelist, like if you download the Motion Blue or the Hyper Pi track mode, the image, it's pretty awesome. I love it. I love to use it. But the one big complaint I have was that the game list right here that I have it open, the game list is fixed, meaning that the game coming from the downs list where they use the hypergraphic, the hyperlink, they have this program will help you rename it, and the maximum game in PCEngine-CD, they only have 118 game, and there's a lot of game. As you can see here, I have it open. The first games listed is this one, and I have added more game to my list, and they come with two file when you download it. Well, sometimes they come with a CD image and stuff with it, but the two that you need the most is these two. Now this file, the CUE, is pointing to the BIN. So if you look at my last video, part 4, 2 of 2, it explained to you how to rename it. So let's close out this game list. So you don't want to go in here and add this and type all this in yourself. It's time consuming. So today topic I'm going to show you is to how do we do this and how do we change the fixed game list. So right now for turbograpfx-cd is only 46 or 48 game total that you could put in there for it to recognize it, and 118 for PCEngine-CD. You only could put 118 in here. Now a lot of you will say, well, that's good enough, 118 game. But the problem is, if you like me who play turbographic PCEngine-CD game, you have purchased some of this game that you have, and that which I own, and it's not here on that game list. So I wanted to add more, and sometimes you have some hack game that you want to play and you want to add it to the list, but the problem is the list doesn't recognize it. You could put it in, you could rename it, call it Japan, parentheses exactly the same thing. Like this is the game that I'm talking about, that I have, that I own, but they don't have it in this game list. Okay, so here's my game list that I have go in one by one and rename it, edit the file. And like I say, if you haven't seen the video before this one, please go back and check the video 4, 2 of 2, and it will show you how to rename it. So this game that I have, it's not over here. I mean, it's not in the 118 list. So all the one here that I have right now, see, this is the game that I have that's not in the 118. So what I did is I went and edited one by one, and I move it over here. So now I have total. So let me sort by right now you look at it's 550, but I got a whole bunch of other stuff in here that is like the subfolder or the name, the folder and text file, and the game list is in there that I make double copy, and the 200 total is 269 game. So I'm gonna do type, and I'm gonna highlight all the game that ISO and some of the bin right here that will work, and those are all the game that I download one by one. Hey, got a YouTube friend. Okay, So all this is total of how many total game I have. Let's check. Is 269 items selected. That's how many game I have. But my Turbo 16 right now only have, I believe, 124. So I want to have 269 game. Now here's another catch. If you want Attrack Mode to work well, you have to go in and download the box art and the video snap, where you contain all the video in here. Okay, and you have to download the wheel. Otherwise the wheel doesn't look like Attrack Mode is supposed to be. It would be no pictures. So these three are the most important one. Let me highlight that. These three are the most important one. You have to go and search, Google search, and look for it, because in hyperspin.com they only have 118. So there's no more video, there's no more real box art that they have, that they provide for you, that you could download a pack. It's not there. And if you want to learn how to do that, check my video, I think part 3 of 3 of 3 and 2 of 3. It talk about how to do this, how to get those snap artwork and stuff. This video is just today is to show you how can you increase your game list so that you could have as much as you want. Like, for example, if you don't really want to use the DOM program and you don't want to rename it, you want to keep it the way it is, the way you download it, you could keep it like that. You don't have to change it. You just make sure that this file is the same inside the wheel, inside the snap, and inside the box art. When I mean the same name is the physical name had to be here. Here the name had to be the same. The BIN, you don't change it. You just, here it would be PIN. So as you can see, I don't have that program here, the BMG file. And so you have to make sure the name is all the same. Let's pick one that like this. Avenge. Oh, that's A3. So A3 had to be in here. Another one. I pick one that's not there. Those are the new one that's not in this 118 game. Alright, let's do this on Avenge. Advanced Available Geo. Sample this. I think I just recently downloaded that. So you have to have it there. You have to have it here. See right there, I got it right there. Alright, had to be the same name. Same thing with the wheel. It have to be exactly the same name. Okay? Otherwise it will not find it, it will not work. Alright. So the downside is you will have to, all the one that you download, you have to get all the artwork. So what I did is I went to this directory. Right now this is a physical hard drive, the 1 terabyte that I have listed, that is sell for $59, and with shipping is free. Tax is roughly close to $64 total to buy one of this. It's cheaper than 1 terabyte, cheaper than buying a 256 micro SD card, and those micro SD cards not really a true good brand. I mean, they're okay. There's also some I don't recommend buy SD mic which is that high. They're not very stable at this time. Maybe in the future, but right now it's not worth it. Might as well get a hard drive. Okay, so this is a physical hard drive, 1 terabyte Western Digit. It's made for Rasberry Pi. Alright, go back to the game list. So what I did is I go to File, and I go to Directory. Okay, I mean File and Run command. And I want to list all the games, so you could type dir all the game, start with CUE. Okay, I want you to put it all in a file called 145 game called CUE.text. Okay, and that will put all the game in here. Now you want to put a /w. That's important that you do that. If you don't, it will give you a whole bunch of, let me show you. This is what it looks like if you don't put a /w. Okay, I'm in the wheel directory. Move one back. I'm glad I checked. Okay, you get a whole bunch of this. Okay, you don't want this date time information, so you want to do a /w. Okay, that just give you all the file name. Okay, and then the total. Okay, 269 file. So this is how you could get your game list. Okay, so you would do, actually I want to do it on my hard drive because I have those game listed 100. This is the everything 269. So let me go to this directory. I think I already have it open. Let me minimize this. Okay, this is what it looked like after you copy and paste in Excel, and then you create a list, and once you get everything downloaded, you click OK, and then you move to the next one. You copy the exact same name you need it, and then you search it at Google. But let's go back to the directory. This is a 145 game, and I wanted to put it here. I want to create a list. So the way you do it, the easy way, you go to here. A lot of people is like they type the word command, and then they have to change to the directory cmd, and that, to me, that's how I used to do it. That was a pain in the neck, and then they said, oh my goodness, where am I need to go to this directory, F directory, and then you have to change it to if you have a long name, you have to type forever. So the easy way to do it is close that out, go to the directory you want to be at, okay, in the folder you want to be in, okay, which is mine is turbograpfx-cd. Okay, you want to go to the folder you want, and then I have all my Japanese game here. Now I had to do the same for the turbograpfx-cd for America, because I think there's 98 game and I only have 48 total. Okay, so this is the one I have on my Attrack Mode that I have it running on my game list, and I wanted to increase it to 269. So right now I'm going to show you how you create this list after you finish downloading. After you edit the file, you open up the Notepad, make sure the file name. Now I told you in the last video that this had to be uppercase. That's only is true if you leave this uppercase ISO, then this had to be uppercase ISO. The original, it was called track 1 with a T uppercase, and then everything lowercase, no space, and 01. Originally it was that, and this was uppercase, so that's why it won't work if this was an uppercase. But if you're gonna copy it directly from here, okay, you don't need to have an uppercase because your physical file is lowercase, so you can leave it as lowercase. This file name had to match with this file name. So if it doesn't match, then your game will now blow up. So you have to make sure you do a control. I hold a control and press C to do a copy. And then I come over here, come over here, and then I highlight the whole thing. You could either press delete or, and then press Control V as in Victor, and it will paste it. Okay, then you save it. So you gotta do that to all your game. You don't want to touch anything down here, leave it alone. That's the way it comes with. Just leave it alone, everything will work great. So you gotta change all the ones that start with CUE. Now you want to get the list, so you could start downloading the graphic for it. Okay, so I only did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got a lot more to go. So I'm going to go to File. I'm going to click on Open Command Prompt. Now you already take me to that directory I want, the subfolder. So you can see, so I'm already there. Okay, so I'm going to go and do, let me make it small again. I'm going to type the word directory, and I'm going to do list all the file that is end with CUE. The reason I'm doing CUE instead of ISO is because I have some that is BIN. So for PlayStation it's the same way. If you can't get the BIN to work, you have to create a CUE, or you could download it again and it might have the CUE. If it doesn't, then just copy any game that might have CUE and you just change the title and the name and it should work. Okay, so just find one that is in PlayStation that have the CUE, and then just change the name and to match the game with the PlayStation, and it will work. So I wanted to list all in W form, so I don't have the day and time, just the file name only. And I double arrow mean please store all the information you got into a file. And I'm going to put 145 CUE dot text, and it's going to put it into a text file. And once it's finished, it will give you a prompt again. It's taking some time, so it's done. Now I could edit the file. I'm going to minimize that, and I'm going to do F5 to refresh. Excuse me, to refresh my screen. And that should be it. Today's the 7:30 a.m. and that is 7:38 a.m. So this is the one I just created. I'm gonna double click it, and there's the file. Now I don't need this on top because I just telling you where you got the stuff from. Delete those, and there's your file. And then if you want to know how many you got, you can just copy and paste it. So what I did is I copy the whole thing, select A, Control A, I copy all, and at the bottom it doesn't matter, you could delete it, but I just left the whole thing. So you say 145, and then you just come and open up your Excel, and then just click here, and then just paste it. Okay, so I'm not going to paste it again because it's the same exact file. See, 145 file, same as here. Okay, and now I'm going to go to the list one by one and find the game. Okay, alright, so let me go back to the Pi hard drive. The Pi hard drive right now have 269 files, but when I plug it to a TV, you're gonna see it doesn't have 269 files. And then the question is, well, I have 269 files, why is it not showing? It's because the game list is a fixed 118, and they don't tell you how to change that. So usually wind up you only could download the game that is in the game list, or when you run the game in a DOMS program to get that. So today I'm going to show you is how to increase that game list, how to change it, how to modify it so that it will read from your game list, not from the one you download from Motion Blue. So when you go to the track mode, you're going to run a program in track mode. It's going to generate a new game list right away, and you're gonna see all your 269 games. Okay, hopefully. I hope this 3 will be okay. It's 4, so should be 269. If not, then I know why, because I have 4 games here that is BIN, but it should work. There are Japanese games made for PC Engine, so it should work. Okay, So let's go to the PC. I'm gonna try. They only gave me 20 minutes to record. For some reason I cannot record more than 20 minutes. The video cannot upload. It say the file is too large. So if it happens, I'm gonna have to break it down to a smaller, like part 1, part 2, part 3. So let's see what happens. If you like it, please give me a thumb up. Let me know, so that way encourage me to do more video to help people like me that I have this problem where I do not know how to increase the game list. I do not know how to add artwork and snap and wheel. I just go by whatever people upload the image, and I download and I say, oh cool, it worked, and then I find out some of the game is missing image and some of the game doesn't work, and I'm kind of like, oh my goodness, how do I fix this? So in the next video I'm going to be talking about how to create an arcade joystick, how to get all the buttons working, and how the cheap way to build your own arcade without spending a whole bunch of money and spend like 1,000 or 500, 800. The cheapest I see is $380, and but you have to build it. They give you a whole bunch of wood and you have to build it. It's not like they come with any stuff that you know. So it's very expensive. I'm going to show you how to do that in my other video. And then I also bought a Joy Bunny. It's a little joystick, and how to get it working with Raspberry 4. And I'm going to show you how to get set up your PlayStation to get all the PlayStation working. And then also I'm going to finish my Nintendo DS, which is 2,100 games. I'm going to finish all the artwork and stuff like that, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it and everything, so you guys can have fun like me getting it all together. And then I'm going to show you how to get a 4 terabyte working instead of 1 terabyte, different Western Digital hard drive that's made for laptop PC, but I'm going to show you how to make it work with Raspberry Pi, so then you don't have to worry about running out of space, and then you could play with all type of game and try them out. If you don't like it, delete it. If you like it, purchase it. If you don't have it, don't download it. But if you download it, test it, play it, see if you like it. If you do, go buy it. That's what I did. I like it, I go buy it, and they're pretty good price still out there. Okay, so